Lily, one of the things that I appreciate so much in your performance in the film is how varied it is. That in the scenes, for example, with like John Cho or Nat Wolff, they play so funny, but then in the scenes with Marcia Gay Harden or Sam Elliott, they're so dramatic and so emotional. What is that like for you to sort of like how do you kind of figure out the tone and kind of the how you want each scene to be?
First of all, you know what the style of the movie is if you've worked half a day. So you would have guessed what it was anyway, but if you had any confusion, shooting for a few hours lets you know what the style is. Like something like Beverly Hillbillies, which was a very broad movie. I was delighted because I could act out all kinds of foolishness, But you know what that is from the minute the movie starts. And so this is expected to be naturalistic, I would suppose. So you start talking, and that's how you gauge your performance, by how people are looking at you on the set. On the set, if you're missing it by a long mark, then they're looking at you funny. They've regrouped, they've broken for a few minutes, and they're talking about replacing you. So, and because comedy, that's why most comedic actors are good tragedians. A good comedian walks the line between comedy and tragedy all the time. I'm sitting here right now about to burst into tears. So, isn't that about right? Would you say that?
I'm not going to contradict that.
I don't know. When you said about being, dramatic and then comedic, I just think it came out well. I will say that, and then I was grateful.
It did feel like emotionally that it was like, this might be a bad metaphor, but like watching Coltrane or something, like watching a jazz musician take a line through something. For me, like that scene in the car, how you handled that, with me sitting 2 feet away from you in the other seat of the car. People tend to think of improvisation in terms of text, but...
You're playing Julia's part?
No, sorry, in the cab, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry.
In the cab.
Yeah, in the cab where you're sort of saying goodbye to Violet, to your lost love. I thought it was really interesting, sort of in the moment, in the more, I guess, delicate or emotional parts, where Lily was allowing herself to go.